back to my channel. In this video, I'll be doing my prediction for the first semi-final of Eurovision 2023. 15 songs are participating in the semi-final, but only 10 can advance to the grand final, and who will they be? Before I'll go in with this video, I'll make a disclaimer. First of all, this is not my personal opinion. This is just what I think will happen and not what I want to happen. And second of all, just because I think this now doesn't mean that I will think this when we get to Liverpool and see all the songs performed live on the stage, because often then a lot of things can change. And it doesn't mean this will actually happen. You know, you can have your own prediction. I have my prediction. That's how it is with predictions. No one knows what will actually happen until it happens on that day, the 9th of May. So I have made this little kind of like tier thing. Actually, I just took this from someone who made all the like beautiful like logos and stuff, and I just like added my 4 own categories over here. So I have one that's called qualify, Finns non-qualify, and non-qualify. So I'm gonna put 8 songs in qualify, 2 in Finns qualify, and 2 in Finns non-qualify, and then the rest is gonna be in the non-qualification position. And then yeah, I'm just gonna kind of talk about the songs, why I think they are where they are, what I think will actually happen. Okay, so let's just start with Azerbaijan. Actually, I think Azerbaijan is a non-qualification. They have a not so good running order position. The song is a bit forgettable. Also, they're last in odds 15th. They haven't really been on the public's radar the last years, really. They have really been kind of on a down curve the last few years. I just don't see this advancing, so it's a non-qualification for me. Let's go in with, let's take Sweden. Let's just get Sweden right off. Sweden is a sure qualifier. They're probably one of the most certain qualifiers. The odds says 96% chance of qualifying, and I think that the chance is probably even higher if you're being completely honest. I don't see a world where they're not qualifying. Loreen is the favorite to win Eurovision this year, and I think she has a great chance to do so. And well, if you want to win Eurovision, you gotta advance through to the final first. So yeah, I think that she's a really sure qualifier. Then let's go with Finland. This is another really sure qualifier. Finland is also considered one of the favorites to win Eurovision, and they're actually the #1, along with Sweden, to advance to the semi-final. They're both standing at 96% with ridiculously low odds, but I mean, that's understandable considering they're high around both songs. So yeah, they're both sure qualifiers. Let's go in with Ireland. Ireland is a non-qualifier. I don't see how they're going to advance. The running order isn't the worst, actually. Like, it could have been much worse. They could have been put like second or something. Or yeah, the running order is not the worst. But I just don't see the song really going to advance just because of the song. At the pre-parties, I don't think that the lead vocal sounded really good. Like, I actually think he had a lot of trouble with the notes, and also in the national final, it didn't sound really good. Again, I'm taking it with a grain of salt, but I think there's been like a tendency throughout the pre-parties and throughout the national final that they performed in. So I don't have a lot of faith for this. So unfortunately, it's a non-qualifier for me. Then we have Latvia. Latvia is loved by many people in the fandom. However, they're 12th now in the odds to qualify for the grand final. I don't personally I don't really connect with the song. I don't mind the song at all. I think it's a good song. It's a nice song, but I just don't vibe with it. But I do see that there is a big community liking it, and I think their pre-party performances have been pretty great. In the semi-final, there tends to be a big majority of Eurovision fans voting, rather than like casual viewers, and I think because of that, I think they have a chance of qualifying. I'm gonna put them on the Finns non-qualifier, but they have a slight chance of advancing. Now we have Israel. Well, Israel is through. The song itself is strong enough to put it through, but this is gonna be a show. Norki Rose, she can sing, she can dance. I don't really see how this is not gonna advance. I don't see a world where it's not advancing. Yeah, so definitely through for Israel, no question there at all. And I think that the same thing can really be said for Norway. It's a clean, clear, good package where it's like, I don't see how this is not advancing. strong vocals starting off the show. It's gonna be memorable. It's a good song. It is in the third in the odds to qualify right now, also with a 96% chance of qualifying, and also in the top like 5 in the Eurovision odds to win Eurovision. So this is definitely qualifying as well. Then we have the Netherlands. Well, I like the Netherlands a lot. It's in my top 10. The Netherlands has been really strong at Eurovision the last like decade, actually, like the last 10 years probably. They've been pretty great at Eurovision. The pre-party performances that I've seen have been questionable, but the technician has been extremely bad, and a lot of people have pointed that out. So I'm not really putting too much weight on that. The song itself is really great. Europe loves a duet. I love a duet. I have it in my qualifiers, but I'm having it as a fence qualifier. Like, I think at this point, the running order and a lot of other things are in its favor to qualify. But if they mess up with the staging, if they mess up with the voices on the night, it is a non-qualifier. And I think it's just gonna scrape through as of right now. So it's a fence qualifier for me, but right now it will qualify, but it's a fence. So Serbia is a qualifier for me. A lot of people are worried for Serbia. I'm not really worried for Serbia. I think it's experimental, but it's quirky, it's fun, it's unique, it's different. But it's Serbia. They often do really, really well with the televotes. Like, when Serbia isn't qualifying, it's often because of the juries actually dragging them down, and not so much because of the televotes. So I think, just all in all, I don't see how this is not advancing. So yeah, Serbia is through. Malta is a non-qualification. They have the second spot, which is the death spot. If they had a better running order, I would have been a little bit more optimistic, but I never really thought that they could qualify. It's fun, but Malta are struggling in the televotes like every year, and this year in the second like slot in the semi-final, it doesn't really seem like it's going to get better. So because of that, I think they're non-qualification. So Czechia for me is a qualifier, definitely. It's my second place of the year. I absolutely love the song. I do recognize the fact that some people have been saying that they haven't been up to their game in the pre-parties, and I agree that there have been some of the pre-parties that have been not the best. I really think that they had a really, really good one in Amsterdam, but I do agree that some of the pre-parties haven't been the best. But also I've heard from Vesna themselves that they couldn't hear themselves. There was a lot of trouble with the technician stuff, and like, again, I don't think we can use the pre-parties to that much. We know they can sing. They all went to the music conservatorium. Like, I'm not really worried, but it is something that their voices need to be blended well together on the night. But I think that the song is just it has like this strong, unified message that I think is gonna be enough to get them through regardless. So yeah, I think it could be a potential non-qualifier if their voices are really off, but I don't see that happening as of right now. Portugal is going through. I do see Portugal to have potential to be a non-qualification. They're actually, let me see, 10th right now to qualify, with a 62% chance of qualification. Where the Netherlands is actually number 11. So I do see this not advancing. Like, I wouldn't be shocked, but I think this song just has so much quality that people will respect it and vote for it. Like, if there was a jury, if it was a 50-50 like jury televote situation, I wouldn't be worried for this one. It's only because it's purely televote, because this would be like top 5 with the juries, I feel like, in the semi-final if they had been there, but they're not. So that's the only reason why I'm a little bit worried, is because we don't have the juries. But I'm going to put Portugal in right now, but it's one that I need to see the live performance, what they're going to do in Liverpool, to really fully be convinced. Switzerland is in my top 10. But I gotta be honest and say that I do see why people might not think this will qualify. Last year they had Marius Beard Boys Do Cry, and that was, yeah, it went through, but the televote basically killed it, like in the semi-final and in the final. I think that Rema Forêt has a stronger voice. I think it's a stronger song, but I do see kind of getting something similar. Not gonna do a whole lot with the televote. I think if it went to the final, it could get a lot of points, but making it to the final is going to be an obstacle in itself. I'm going to put this as a Finns non-qualifier, even though it's in my personal top 10. Like, I would want this to qualify. It's my personal top 10, so of course I would like it to qualify. But based on prediction-wise, I think it's a Finns non-qualification as of right now. And then we have two left, Croatia and Moldova. And who's going to qualify and who's going to be the Finns qualifier? Well, I think that Croatia will qualify and Moldova will be the Finns qualifier. Let me tell you why. I think that Croatia's song is so wacky, so unique, so different that it will get a lot of televotes. It is essentially, by many people, are going to be seen as a joke entry, even though I know it's not a joke entry, don't comment that. But a lot of people watching it for the first time will just be like, what the hell is this? And you're going to vote for it because it's fun and it's different and it's unique. It's my personal last place, but again, this is a prediction, not what I want to happen. But I think they're going to go through. And Moldova is a country that usually does very well with the televotes, which is why I think that it will have a great chance of going through to the final. But I'm not connecting with it, and I'm wondering if there are going to be a lot of other people feeling the same way, that they can't really connect with the song, which is why I'm not putting it as the qualifier, but as if on the fence, but as a qualifier, you know? So yeah, my 10 qualifiers at this point are Sweden, Finland, Israel, Norway, Serbia, Czech Republic or Czechia, Portugal, Croatia, Netherlands, and Moldova. And my non-qualifiers are Switzerland, Latvia, Azerbaijan, Ireland, and Malta. But remember, all of this can happen when we see the songs live on the stage in Liverpool. Who do you think will qualify? Let me know down in the comments below, and have a blast until I see you next time. Bye bye!